It's complicated. I'm done. No, this is something that I've been researching very deeply for the last year and a half. I have some unpublished findings around this in that I've interviewed about 57 major brands, and I've said, when you're outsourcing content, who are you outsourcing it to? Most brands I've found through research would rather create content themselves. For various reasons that should be fairly apparent. They don't have the resources in-house. But I've said, do you want to give content creation duties to your advertising agency, your PR agency, your social media agency? Do you want to go to something like Contently? Do you want to go to a storytelling agency, a federated media, a story worldwide? And now there's sort of a new contender in this constellation, which are publishers. With native advertising arriving on the scene, Time Inc. is only too glad to open up its archives and to create custom content for you. And I've found that brands are pretty equally divided across the spectrum, although there was one very surprising finding. Almost universally, they've told me that they will not go to social media agencies for content. They seem to not think that this is strategic enough. But I also published research earlier this year on what enterprises are doing internally, which is where they really want content to come from. But as I'm sure all of you know, brands don't have content departments. And even though people who are advocating content marketing and content strategy have put up a sort of clarion call for the chief content officer, every organization needs one. One of the reasons I conducted this research was, in your dreams, are you getting a new C-level executive with all of the staff and the infrastructure and the resources and expense that requires? And so if anybody's interested, we've developed a framework of 6 organizational models that we've learned that organizations are adopting that address this internal enterprise need without necessarily the hiring of this very highly paid C-level executive. But it involves, and I'll stop talking soon, the coordination of content with social and paid, because content doesn't live in a vacuum. Media are converging, paid, owned, and earned, and content is sort of this atomic particle that has to be balanced out across all integrated marketing initiatives.